We're at a cafe next to this cathedral, and we're gonna go to this cathedral next. At this cafe, day 2, and it's great. I'm hungry. I slept past every alarm because it's 6 hours ahead of America, so I was getting my sleep on. Having a great time. I'm out here representing the Patriots. Tom said, "Hey, I didn't know New England had a football team." I said, "Well, it takes a level of winning to understand that we are out here." But it's going good. Beautiful place, beautiful cafe, if you can see. Absolutely amazing. So stay tuned. Building Beatty, baby. Yo, I'm at the cathedral, man. And this is absolutely amazing. Godly. Now, I'm about to tell you some facts about this. This right here, this place old, man. They said, I think construction or the idea of it started, don't quote me, but started back 800s, right? They started building this thing back in 1100, or it was built in 1100, and it took over 600 years to complete this behind me. 600 years. The details of this is crazy. It's the second tallest cathedral in Europe. You feel me? It's a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff going on with it. So I just wanted you guys to see it. It's crazy. Cologne has been crazy. So look at that. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Your boy Beatty from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm out here. Yo, stay tuned. We got some more. I got the squad waiting for me. Look, they saying, yo, come on. We got to go. It's getting cold. We got to go. We got to go. I love you. We out. Yo, so I'm walking. We get ready to go to dinner. And I said, oh, shoot, there's a bowling alley in here. This is awesome. Dude, look at this bowling alley. And they said, yeah, it's a bowling alley. Maybe it's a German thing. I don't know. But like for real, like that's where the balls are. And then you get right here to bowl. And then look, it's like lanes. You got like that little, like right there, like that tiny little lane to roll up. What is this? How do you put spin on it? I'm a spinner. I roll hooks. I spin the bowling ball. How do you spin? Does it have holes in them? It doesn't have holes. All right, we're gonna have to play this. We got to figure this out. Oh man, look at the setup. This is vintage. Vintage Germany. All right, I want to take you through. Here I am. Hello. But here I am inside of the new hotel that I'm at. Some of how the Germans do things. In a lot of European countries, they do things a lot differently. I mean, even look at this technology. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on. Just letting you see it. But I think it's pretty cool to share these. At these convention centers, you know, the hotels are connected literally upstairs, up a flight of stairs, the living quarters. And sometimes they're like more dormitory room styles, but that's the tradition. You'll see the beds, twin beds, 2 twin beds. You rarely ever see queen bed or king bed like we have the options in the United States. It's just more if it's one person, it's just one twin. It's 2 people, it's 2 twins. But this is, I like it. I love it. It's something I'm getting ready to transform that into my office space, obviously. Just wanted you guys to see it.
Doesn't actually increase the downward force that you're creating when you get into healing.
Psychology of it is bigger than the sport. No, I wouldn't say that. Nobody's taught him how to lose.
Yeah.
Nobody's taught him how to lead.
Yeah.
It goes down to deeper than sport. Typically, if I had to run into that kid, I would take him to lunch. I would get him away from everybody. A lot of times that is a defense mechanism that happens because that's the only way that he knows how to communicate. When he sees fear coming. When he sees letdown happening. So therefore, what you have to do is to be able to isolate him, to get him away from the feeling of embarrassment. Because he puts competitions to something that triggers that emotion. So as a coach, as a leader, you make a note back here, and then after everybody is gone, hey, can you stay back? Can I pick you up to that? So you can spend time in a place that doesn't take him to that to be able to find out where the root of the problem is. And then he might open up to you and tell you, growing up, my father, growing up, my uncle, growing up, this team. Before I even met you, this is what happened. And that brings back that for me. So instead of ridiculing him, instead of being able to do that, now you've connected and made it an individual thing to know. So if you do know that, now there can be some type of compromise to say, well, listen, You're not going to be able to be as great as I believe that you can be without going through failure. So he can learn that failure doesn't mean the end, it means that this is only the beginning. So when he can turn and rewire his thinking for failure, so he can start to believe that it's necessary for greatness, then you'll see him slowly at his pace welcome it. But it can't be something you gotta force on him. It's just saying, hey, we're getting ready to do a game. As a communicator, we're getting ready to do a game with the team. Either you can hang back, it won't take but 15 minutes. Either you can help me, or I would love to have you involved. It's up to you, but we've had our talk. Love to have you, just let me know, okay? And then that'll be him understanding like he sees me. And now I can come to my coach. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you gotta start, sometimes you gotta detach sport from it to see where the root of it is. And then that'll help you as a coach communicate with that player.
Another beautiful day here in Germany. Got some editing to do on behalf of my company, my client, ISG. It was day one here. It was great to kick off the baseball convention here by DBV. They do a wonderful job. It's great to be in places where baseball obviously is not the most important sport, but to have a hand in helping to grow a sport that has given so much to me. It's a very humbling experience, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to keep the ball rolling. I'm blessed. Extremely blessed. Thank you, God. But I'm getting ready to edit. One of the things I did want to share, you don't really understand. That's one of the things that I got from today. I was able to pour into one of the speakers. His name's James, by the way. Shout out to you, James, if you see this. It was amazing how I was able to pour into him as a speaker at lunch. You know, God is amazing. I was led to just ask him, talk to me. Can you please tell me how long you've been speaking? And long story short, James shared with me his ambitions of being a great speaker, but I thank God that I was in place and I was able to pour into that young man like somebody poured into me one day. I've been speaking for over 10 years. To be in position to do what I did for James, to encourage him, empower him, motivate him, inspire him. A little constructive criticism today, but I was in place and he received it. And one of the things that he said was, for a person like you, that is well-seasoned, well-traveled, and everything that I hope to be, you didn't come from a place of arrogance. You didn't come from a place of, I know it all. And I want to tell you, thank you, CJ. And of course I said, nah, I understand. I appreciate those words. I just want to help him. And what I told him was, I said, man, the same person that told me, I'm going to tell you. I told him, I said, James, when I was able to get up to this level of speaking, I did everything I could to find my mentor physically, thank him. And I also offered, and I asked him, how could I ever repay you? And these words are the same words I want you to stand by. He said, the best way to repay me is by doing the same thing I did for you to somebody else. And I said, and that's why I'm here talking to you, James, because I'm repaying him by pouring into you the same way that he poured into me. That's how we change this world. Being able to help all the Jameses out there. Being able to help all the CJs. Because of the fact that somebody took, what's crazy is somebody took a chance on me, and now I'm inspiring millions of people because somebody, one person saw something good in me. All it takes is one or a few people to believe in you to possibly change the world. You guys have a good night. Building Beatty behind the scenes. I wish I could be in the bed. Got to catch up with my family. I know my wife's waiting on me to FaceTime her, see my kid, Shiloh. Daddy loves you. I want to do more of these takeaways for the day, like my life lessons to be able to put in these episodes. Love you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Beatty. So Buzz Athletics is a mom and pop company, and their biggest thing was they were trying to do what everybody else was doing. When I sat down with them and I said, hey, what are people buying the most stuff from you? And he's like, man, they were really coming after our gloves, but not the high-end gloves. They were coming after, like, these batting gloves. They buy those like crazy because, you know, the little leaguers, the little tiny, they need those. One of the biggest mistakes is trying to be bigger than they are so fast that they miss the people, the thousands, the hundreds of thousands of people that can't afford or play as good as those people at the top. So what I mean by that is, what I remember when I was telling you about Starbucks, I thank God for Starbucks. If I was starting a coffee company, I would want Starbucks to continue to raise their prices for their prestigious coffee, because that's going to allow a little company like me to always stay down here as a bottom feeder and make millions of dollars off the people that can't afford a cup of coffee. See, a lot of times people go into business saying we want to be better than Starbucks, and we're going to put our cup of coffee very close to theirs, just a little under. I would be like, hey, how about you be the person that sells good coffee, like with your margins, for affordable but best tasting? Where can you get that? That's unheard of. That's where you live. Because if you can live there, who are you fighting with? How many people do you get to come up to you and pick up a glove and say, maybe for Christmas, or we can't afford that right now? How about you create a glove, just thinking out loud, that everybody can afford, and you make the marketing so irresistible that everybody can touch it and they're coming to you for it? We're so focused on quality, quality, quality. And how many times have you seen somebody with terrible quality, but they make a lot of money? And you pick up the glove and you're like, this is not even good. But they understand this. So I'm not telling you to take away quality, but I'm getting you to think more effective and efficiently and not trying to recreate the wheel. But if your consumers are telling you what they want, you feed it. So go back to that company in the United States that I told you. I said, dude, why don't you just stay there and what do you do with the high price batting glove? I mean, they do okay. Well, why are you even selling them? Well, I mean, just in case. It ain't no just in case. If people are coming to you and 60 to 70% of your sales and batting gloves are in this demographic, perfect that. So then you're the biggest thing in Little League. You're the biggest thing in youth. Anybody that has a kid that puts a bat in their hand the first time will come to you and not Rollins. You and not Under Armour. You and not none of those other people, because you became the glove of the gateway to baseball. You see what I'm saying? It's branding. So while you're out there as a company trying to keep up, or one day we'll be seen by them, it's companies like me that come in. I'm like, I'm happy being the little guy because I'm the little millionaire. How are you making so much money? Because I'm letting them fight up there and I just win down here. I'm letting everybody else come into the market and say, we want to be big. We want to bring all this stuff. And it's not to say that you're not going to be the biggest supplier. Baseball Outlet is not going to be the biggest supplier in the entire country like everybody wants. It's not that. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you, if you're wanting more capital and funding a lot faster for yourself, start paying attention to your best players. Because a lot of times what happens to companies, if you think of it in a sports analogy, they're always trying to add players, but not focusing on that LeBron, Kobe, and Michael. Marketing at its best. Find your LeBron, find your Michael Jordan, and find your Kobe Bryant, and market the crap out of them. And by marketing the crap out of your big three products that's just going to go crazy, it'll bring attention to the other. When you identify the products that sell the most for Grizzly, when you find that product that just like people want the most, we have to invest our time, effort, and money getting that out there, because obviously that's what they want. Don't rush to be something that you're going to be. Focus your energy and most effort, while you don't have the capital you want, on building up your star players.
I'm out here with Julius.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm well-traveled because I'm with well-traveled people. See this food? He's got me at a Turkish restaurant.
All right, so we doing a cheers. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but he said it's good. It's like yogurt. And try it out. I wasn't prepared for that. Why you ain't tell me? If we be recorded, it would have been gone everywhere. But it's like sour milk. What the heck is this? Nah, dog. Oh my gosh. But the food, he did a great job. Phenomenal job.
The dessert. All right, man, tell everybody what this is, man.
Kenefe and baklava.
Check out the chai, man.
You my man.
Oh, it's hot.
Kenefe? Hey, this joint, bussin'. Baklava. What is? Hey, bro, that chai, baklava, and the Kenefe?
Kenefe.
Kenefe? Yeah, this is delicious, bro.